Alright, what's up guys? So, here's the thing. I know I did do a video not too long ago. I'm trying to make sure my mouse don't interfere with my video. But anyways, yeah, I did a video not too long ago talking on Le Mans Ultimate. And here's the thing. In that video, because it had been a while since I played the game, so I didn't really remember a whole lot from the last time I played. So I think when I did say, is this a game worth buying, I might have said yes, but no. I'm taking back any good things I said about this game because this isn't a video game. This is 100% a scam because the thing is this. There are a lot of racing simulator games out there where, yes, they are going to have DLCs. I don't mind a video game having DLCs, but it trips me out that this game it came out this year. It's in early access. You would think that after the game leaves early access and there's been some, more content added into the game, that's when they'll start focused on DLCs. But to me, that don't make no sense where it's like this game came out back in February and it's fresh to the scene, and you guys is already thinking about, no, not even thinking, you guys did. You added a season pass in the game where it's like, my thing is this, if I come out with a video game, I want people to actually enjoy it. I want people to enjoy, and my thing is, and that's something I feel like developers just don't do. They don't listen to people when they criticize their video game because they get so butthurt and offended by it. But I'm like, fam, it's the truth. This video game, here's the thing, and there's going to be a lot of different racing games I'm going to compare this game to because I'm like, there are so many other different, my thing is this, if it was a toss-up between going out spending $30 on this game or going out spending $500 on a PlayStation 5 and getting Gran Turismo 7. The funny thing is you don't even have to get that Gran Turismo. You can actually get the last Gran Turismo Sport. But regardless, Gran Turismo, that's a video game where I'm like, that's something prior before playing this game. That was something that I remember asking. I'm like, does Gran Turismo even have any DLCs for the game? Because I'm like, I checked and I'm like, I have yet to see. They ain't got no season pass, nothing. There are whatever cars we add. I remember when they added a Tesla into the game and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Let me go and re-download this game again and test it out. It wasn't no DLC. There's the thing is this. If you play our game and you put the hours into it and you get the money to go out and buy a Tesla, you don't have to worry about having to buy the, and I don't know if they have it set up that way. I think, yeah, it's probably on some stuff where it's you don't have to go out and buy the cars with in-game money. But it's I would rather do it that way than, yeah, actually sitting down playing the game versus having it where it's the majority of the content is locked behind the DLC. And I'm like, your guys' game just came out. There shouldn't be no content that's locked behind no DLC stuff. So that's what I'm like. And so here's the thing. And that's another thing with Le Mans Ultimate and what's different from it with other sim racing games is that the game don't have no career mode. They have race weekends. So let me explain to you guys what race weekend is. So pretty much they have you do a practice race, one or either two qualifying races, and then they have you do a race. So the practice race takes 2 hours. And I have a feeling they probably did that crap on purpose because they know that, oh, there's that 2 hour, you don't have to play the whole 2 hours, but they probably know it's oh, if you want to have a full experience, then yeah, you gotta do the practice, the qualifying, and all that stuff. So pretty much it's you wouldn't be able to get your money back after you done played beyond that 2 hours. For those that don't know, yes, that is how video games are set up nowadays, at least on Xbox and Steam, and just pretty much any PC games, because I know Epic Games is the same way, but you got a 2 hour and 2 week window before you it's after that 2 hours and 2 weeks you won't be able to get your money back, but before, yes, you're still able to get your money back. So I played the game, don't get me wrong, gameplay in Le Mans Ultimate, it's decent, it's solid, but my issue is that the game has no content, and you guys charging $30 for the game, and so that's just where it's at right now on sale. I think after the sale, hold on for a second, let me look that up. So it's $34.19, so it's not even really on sale that much, but anyways, it's $34.19 while this whole I guess just holiday sale is going on, and then afterwards it's $37.99, and they do plan on raising the price. And I'm like, fam, first things first, you guys gotta add content to the game. How are you guys gonna raise the price to a video game that ain't got no content? And I'm like, meanwhile, you guys wear Gran Turismo. Let me just see how many cars and tracks they have in Gran Turismo. How many cars and tracks are in Gran Turismo 7. Even like, I think it was Gran Turismo 6. They had like over 1,000 cars in a certain amount of tracks. But anyways, so they said, this is a list of all cars currently featured in Gran Turismo 7. The game features 522 cars, 519 standard, and 3 special editions as of version 1.45. Special editions are marked with asterisk in the list. All right, so yeah, overall they got 522 cars. I ain't saying anything about tracks though, but anyways, and then Le Mans Ultimate, how many cars and tracks are in Le Mans Ultimate? All right, well, there's like, they just say cars, but overall though, they got 12 cars. I'm like, to me, I'm like, nah, bro. So it was like 12. I remember seeing that with the tracks too, that they only have like 7 tracks in the game. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, this is not a racing game. This ain't even a video game. I'm like, this is, I had to say, like, out of all the video games I done called the tech demo, this is 100% a tech demo. Because I'm like, a racing game got to have a lot of content. I'm saying if you got games like Car X Street, let's just see some of the, and you have it where there's, like, yeah, let's just look up just some of the different racing games that exist on Steam. Because I'm saying, like, there's so many other different options. And I'm like, even though I've been very critical of this game, even Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown got more content than you guys. But yeah, you got Forza Horizon 5, Need for Speed Heat, F124, Assetto Corsa, and I'm like, fam, if you mod that game out, I'm like, the content is unlimited. But what else? The Crew Motorfest. Even though I ain't really feeling that game either. Need for Speed Unbound. Forza Motorsport. I'm saying, like, there's so many different video games out there that you guys could have looked at as for motivation, but it's like, you guys just pretty much came out with a game, slapped this $30 price on it, plan on raising the price, and I'm like, okay, so my question is, what's going to be the final amount of cars and tracks that you add into the game? Because if this is where it's going to be at, that's definitely, Le Mans Ultimate is a game not worth buying. Because I'm like, to me, I'm like, you guys got to have content in that game in order to call yourself a video game. And I know there's going to be people out there wanting to do everything in their power to defend this. And I'm like, nah, bruh. I have been playing racing games all my life. I can think back on racing games all the way back on the Nintendo 64, where it had more content than that. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm saying Xbox. There's so many different video games out there where it has a gang of content. And I'm like, what was the whole reason of releasing this game? If you guys was going to add, or are you going to have it where it's like pretty much all the content is locked behind a paywall? And I'm like, people comparing this game to iRacing, I'm like, yeah, it might as well be iRacing. iRacing is set up the same way where, if, I guess for those that don't know too much about that game, that's another game that's a scam too, because they have it where on top of the subscription service, you also have to pay for each individual car and track in the game. Yeah, I imagine gameplay is probably decent, it's solid, but overall though, it's like, what seems more reasonable? You going out, buying a PlayStation 5, getting Gran Turismo 7, where it has all this content, and they plan on adding more content for free, no DLCs, not stuff locked behind the paywall. If you buy the game, you can play whatever it is that you want to play in there. They got a gang of tracks, they got a gang of cars, and I'm saying it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, again, you don't have to pay your like actual like hard-earned money for them cars and tracks, or go out, subscribe to iRacing's service, and yeah, you have to buy each individual car, each individual track, and then with Le Mans Ultimate, and then that was another thing that I didn't like. So with multiplayer, they have it where, and I'm thinking to myself, fam, if a person is trying to play your guys' game, do you honestly think people are trying? Because the only thing that's available pretty much is like outside of, because the game don't really have no single player content. They mainly focused on multiplayer, so it's like that. But that's this the issue is that they have it set up where you have to wait 20 or 30 minutes just to join into a game. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, if a person, you look at any other multiplayer, like games like Call of Duty, for an example, do you honestly think that game would have taken off if they had people waiting 20 or 30 minutes to join into a game? No. I'm like, I ain't never seen no stuff like that before. And it ain't something where it's like you click on it and then like it takes 30 or 20 or 30 minutes to find the lobby. No, they have like a timer thing up on there saying like, this is how before like the races are open, this is how long you gotta wait. So I'm thinking to myself, fam, I'm trying to play a game now. Like, I get that you guys are trying to be a realistic simulator, but I'm like, fam, at times you gotta honestly separate that realistic sim stuff from a video game. And just because my thing is this, if this ain't supposed to be a video game, then you need to take the official game out of the title thing, and you need to put this on a platform where sims and all that stuff is welcome. But on platforms like Steam, because if you guys plan on doing a console release, you definitely ain't gonna be able to compete with Forza and Gran Turismo. So I'm like, yeah, I think it's best if, yeah, you just go on your guys' own platform and sell the game. But I'm like, to me, that just don't make no sense, where it's like, I gotta wait to play multiplayer, and then they have it where there's the co-op mode, where I'm thinking, okay, so it probably just have it where it's like there's just some random person that you find, and then you guys are either racing against AI teammates or actual people. No, they have it where it's like your friend has to also buy the game. And it's like, my thing is this, because I'm like, I had to say, for the most part, there's like one friend I can think of that's into racing games. But the last time he had a gaming PC, Barack Obama was in office. So that's why I'm like, fam, how do you know that people that go out and buy your guys' game, they're going to have friends that are also into the game too? And I'm not trying to be that one where I'm going around messaging everybody all like, hey, can you be my friend so we can play Le Mans Ultimate Co-op? I'm saying, it's like, fam, I just, seeing this, I was like, bro, because I played the game the other day on stream, and I was like, that was not a good experience at all. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, like, yeah, there's so many different video games before, and most likely coming after Le Mans Ultimate, where I'm like, yeah, you guys, it's going to be in a matter of time before it's like people, because I wonder how many people are overall playing this game right now, because I don't think, it can't be a whole lot. Le Mans Ultimate Steam player count. It might be, I don't know, but anyways, yeah, let's just check on Steam. All right, so they got 508 players in game, but I'm like, yeah, okay, hold on for a second. Let me see what their peak is. So 24-hour peak, 1,836 all-time peak 10 months ago. 4,728. And that was probably when the when the game had very first released. But I'm like, yeah, that's your guys' peak. After that, it's like, unless you guys actually add some content, then that's the thing. You need to definitely get rid of that DLC crap, because I'm like, ain't nobody trying to buy a DLC before the full game even releases, all right? So anyways, get rid of that DLC crap, add more cars, add more tracks, add a career mode, have it where it's like I'm not having to wait no 20-30 minutes to find no multiplayer game, have it where I can invite anybody to a co-op game, because I'm saying there's like key things in your guys' game that is missing. And I'm like, yeah, you guys can't even call yourself an early access video game. Because I'm saying, like, to me, for a video game to lack that much content and you're charging $30 for this game, yeah, some people might not trip about that. And you probably have it where there's those YouTubers out there, and there's no offense to those YouTubers, but they're probably all buddy with the developers, or the developers then sent them out a free copy. And I'm like, nah, bruh, I'm an actual whole person that had to go out my way and buy this game. And I'm like, look, you know, when I see video games where it's like if a video game got potential, that's usually because the game came with like 50% of the content. And usually that's a lot. You know, and I'm saying, I'm like, and honestly, that's a question that I have. Do you think a game like this, like, let's say if it came out during the, like, PlayStation 2 era, right? Do you think when you got games like Midnight Club, just that whole, series, you have the Gran Turismo series, you got the, Forza series, you got all these different games, racing games coming out where they got a gang of content. Do you think a video game during that time frame would have lasted if all they had was 12 cars and 7 tracks? Like, that's a genuine question that I have for people that are trying to find every single argument to defend this game, because there ain't no defense for this game. This game, to me, it's not a video game. It's a scam. Because I'm like, if my thing is this a video game, and that's something where I'm like, what Steam needs to start doing is checking these developers, like, okay, you guys need to have like a minimum of, if you're coming out with a racing game, you gotta have like you gotta have a decent amount of cars. And if you gotta like add some I guess like cars that ain't really into the, racing scenes, it's just like some random street cars, okay, then do that. But it's like, you can't just have 12 cars and 7 tracks and then put this in the same scale. It's like all these other different racing games that's been existing for years. And then they got so many, because my thing is this, you can go out and get like all the different Forza, because that's what I did. I have all the different Forza games. I got Forza Motorsports 1 through the latest one. I got all the Forza Horizons. I would rather sit down, and that the crazy thing is, it's like even outside of buying the DLCs for those games still come with a lot of content. Because the latest Forza, I'm saying, like, yeah, it might not have like a full-length career mode. There's still things that they need to add, but I'm saying, though, comparing it to this, it has way more content than Le Mans Ultimate. And I'm like, and even with Gran Turismo Sport, and that game's not, I mean, all the old Gran Turismo games, none of them games are supported no more. Only Gran Turismo 7 is the like supported game. But even with those games, excuse me, 7, or not 7, but 6 probably being the one, because how many cars did they say they had in 6? I think they say it was like 1,200 cars. How many cars are in Gran Turismo 6? Including over 1,200 cars. Yeah, that's why I'm like, nah, bruh. If you go out and buy Le Mans Ultimate, that you buying it at your own risk. But I'm gonna tell you right now, no, I do not recommend this game. Any positive things I said about it, I take all that crap back. Because after playing it this, what was it, a couple of days? Yeah, I was like, nah, there ain't no way possible that, the company behind this game, it's like, you guys, if you guys are serious about this, then 2025, I'm saying you don't add no paid DLCs. You need to have it where there's cars, tracks, stuff that's being given out for free. You guys where people are paying $30 for your guys' game, it better have some content in there. Because I'm saying, my thing is this, what, it's just gonna have like 24 cars and 14 tracks when you guys have its full release? Because when does this game plan on releasing? Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can find this game again. All right, let's see how long will the game... Do they even have like a thing of how long it's going to be approximately? So right now we're unable to say exactly how long this game will be in early access for. Yeah, it's probably going to be in early access, and you need to take out that single player thing, because I'm like, yeah, I just don't get why. Like I said, Steam needs to be checking these developers when they release these games, because I'm like, there ain't no way possible you guys sat down and thought, yeah, people are going to be okay with 12 cars and 7 tracks. Meanwhile, you got it where the Crew 2 and Motorfest, you could get both them games right now. Hold on for a second. How much them games? Because I know it seems like now after Test Drive, they always be having the Crew 2 and Motorfest on sale. But you could get both them games right now, where the Crew 2, its map is like, it's like an outline of the United States, but it's like all the major cities of the United States. And then the Crew Motorfest is supposed to be like Hawaii and stuff. But anyways, it's like you have it where both of them got like these big old giant like, you know, open world areas and stuff. Gang of content, because I'm like, fam, I done had the Crew 2 for a minute now, and I remember I was sitting down grinding that game. Could not, like, I'm saying, I probably on my Xbox, I'm like halfway through the game, because there's still like a gang of content that I gotta do. Motorfest, I'm like, yeah, that game, it has like content that you could just keep on playing. Like, they pretty much refresh it, I think, every week and stuff, so there's always something different to do in there. But they do have the multiplayer, and they don't have it where you gotta wait no 20-30 minutes for it. But yeah, it's just there's so many different games. You can even get the newest Forza for around the same price as Le Mans Ultimate. It's like, what? It's 80 cents more than Le Mans Ultimate. And I'm like, yeah, bro, that to me, I'm like, that's a scam. I'm like, Le Mans Ultimate is a scam. That game shouldn't exist on Steam. On its own store, yes, but not on Steam. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. I know there's gonna be people out there mad at what I said. If you upset about what I said, you go on your own channel, but I ain't trying to see nobody in my comments trying to argue with me. I know how I feel about this game, so I ain't trying to have nobody change how I feel. The only thing that's going to change how I feel about this game is when I start seeing some content getting added into it. So anyways, with that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.